Hey everybody, Levi Clay here, and in today's video I'm going to go through a selection of picks from vpicks.com. Those of you that have been following my channel for a while will know that I've been playing vpicks for about 8 or 9 years now, very long time. I absolutely love the picks, and Vinny over at vpicks has just recently started sponsoring this channel, so it's a great opportunity for me to talk to you about some of the picks that I play, and actually, to be honest, some of the picks that they make that I haven't spent much time with. I've been a big user of the medium pointed, I'm just going to pull one out, the medium pointed for longer than I've played anything else now, and that feels like home. And I very rarely pick up new picks or try new shapes out, but this has given me the chance to do that. So today I'm going to talk to you about the tradition, the vpicks tradition. Now I have a few of these in different sizes, and we're going to talk about the sizes today. So in the intro I was playing the vpicks tradition Lite. When I was going through my collection of vpicks, this one instantly jumped out at me as being one that I might be interested by. As you can see, and as the name would suggest, the pick is traditional in shape. It's not the more vpick trademarky triangular shape. We have a point at one end and then two rounded edges up the top. So a much more traditional pick, something that you'll be familiar with. The thing that I really like about this, and it's probably going to be quite difficult to demonstrate, is when I hold it up to the camera, you can see that the end comes to quite a fine point. That's not going to focus in on there. But yeah, in essence, there is a very nice bevel, so this comes to quite a sharp point. So it has exactly what you'd expect from a traditional shaped pick, though with that slightly sharper edge. Now this one jumped out at me, the Tradition Lite. It's 1.5mm, so it's actually a little bit thinner than one that I would normally use. But I felt with that bevel there, I was getting the same sort of glide and attack that I'm used to from a slightly thicker pick. Don't ask me how that works out. Ultimately, this is just a feel thing, and it's working what works for you. I like the fact that it's thick enough that it doesn't bend in the slightest. Again, that's a personal taste thing. But yeah, with that sharp edge on there, this is a real crisp pick. There's a lot of sharp attack on this pick. I found myself rolling down the highs on my amp just a little bit to accommodate for that, but yeah, it feels really comfortable and I can't stop myself playing it at the moment. So that's the Tradition Lite, but really this comes from the lineage of the Tradition. So here's a Tradition. The difference between the Tradition Lite and the Tradition, they're obviously the same shape. The Tradition is 2.75mm. Now this is the kind of same thickness as what I play on my medium pointeds. They are the same thickness. The difference between the two is obviously, again, the Tradition has a nice bevel. So whereas my medium pointed has quite an abrupt end to the pick, it does bevel over a little bit. The Tradition comes to a much sharper point. And a sharp point like that gives you lots more attack and is a lot more helpful when you're trying to play a little bit faster. Not something I do a whole lot of anymore, but you can certainly feel a difference between these two picks. That's the interesting thing for me. You're not going to get a whole lot from these videos other than I like these picks. The best thing you can do is to get a couple and try them out and find one that works for you. The thing I've always said about vpicks is I love the fact that they make like 100 picks. That's cool to me. We're all different. We all have different needs, so why do we all play the same picks? Why not find the pick that's right for you? So let me cut in a clip now actually of me playing the regular Tradition. You're probably not going to notice a huge difference in tone. It's very much a difference in feel. It feels very different to play this pick. I really like it. I really like it. Honestly, I can say that because we're going to come to a pick in a second that I'm not as crazy on, but it might be for you. Anyway, let's check out that clip. And finally, we have the Tradition Ultralight. So this is way too thin for my personal taste. This is 0.8mm. And the issue I have with that is when I do this, it bends in my fingers. I can feel it bending when I'm holding it, when I'm plucking the string. There's nothing inherently wrong with that. I should be super clear about that. I'm just so used to playing, again, a 2.75mm pick. I've played that for like 8 years. I'm not used to feeling any bend in my pick when I'm plucking the strings. If you are the type of player that uses a slightly thinner pick, then the ultralight might be the one that's ideal for you. Because of the thickness of this, there's virtually no bevel on there. There's no real need for a bevel because the pick is at a fine point anyway. At 0.8mm, it is a very thin pick when you compare it to the tradition. But ultimately, these three picks, if I hold them up like this, they are all the same shape. So ultimately, if the tradition is the pick or the shape that suits you, check out the 3 different thicknesses that comes in, the regular, the light and the ultralight, and see if there's one for you. Let me cut in a clip now of me playing with the tradition ultralight. This one I could really feel a difference, but I could also hear a difference in this one. This one was a lot more shrill, I guess would be the way I would describe it, which a shrill is actually quite... in music could be deemed quite a negative adjective, but I don't think that it really is a negative. It's just, I guess, more shrill than I'm used to. And I play the Joe Barden, Danny Gatton pickups in this Telecaster, so it's quite a shrill guitar anyway. So this just kind of amplifies that. Check it out, see what you think. So there we have it, the Tradition Lite and the Tradition Ultralight, 3 picks from V-Picks that I would recommend that you check out if you like more traditional shaped picks. As I say though, there are hundreds, well, there are 100 different picks that Vinny offers on his site, and you should really, take a look and see if there are any that you have an interest in. Let me know in the comments section below. Vinny's always happy to send me picks, and I'm happy to make videos talking about picks, trying picks out. And I'm not going to lie to you, if I like something, I'm going to tell you I like it. If I don't like something, like the ultralight, I don't mind telling you that. This pick isn't for me. But the Lite, I think the Lite is the winner of these 3 for me. It's different enough from the pick that I'm used to playing that it feels kind of fresh when I'm playing with it. So yeah, head on over to vpicks.com. There is a link in the description, and you can check out some of these picks for yourself. Finally, I just want to extend a huge debt of gratitude to these people over here. Much like Vinny, I guess they sponsor the channel. They support this channel over on patreon.com, and it's a great way to, give a little bit back and help me to keep making videos. I mean, why am I up at 2 o'clock in the morning making videos? I can't help myself. I just have too much fun doing it. But yeah, so thank you very much to you guys. If you would like to check me out on Patreon, you can do so by checking, let's do it this way. This button up here, you can subscribe by clicking this button down here, and you can check out 2 more of my videos here and here. Don't be afraid to hit me up in that comments box, guys. I'm always happy to respond, get into some discussion with you, and yeah, hopefully grow as players. So much love, and I'll see you for another video soon. Get picking.